Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Womenize 2026. And I have to say, I wrote my opening speech this morning, so bear with me that I'm reading it to you probably. Yeah, it's wonderful to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces here, and especially people from many different backgrounds coming together in this room. Women I started with a simple idea, creating more visibility, more opportunities, and more connections for people across media, games, and tech. And every year, I'm reminded that what makes Women I special is not the program, or even the event itself. It's the people in the room. Before we begin, there are many people I want to thank because events like this are never built by just one person. They're built by communities, partners, trust and support, and many people working behind the scenes to make something like this possible. First of all, I'd like to thank Median Board. Joscha here will address a few words to you in a bit. Yeah, thank you for being here. They're our number one and most important partner to making this event happen. So this is really important to us. Thank you, Median Board. So yeah, your trust, your support, and belief in Womenize have made this event possible, not only this year, but throughout our entire journey. So yeah, once again, thank you. And they really do, deserve this applause. And a huge thank you also to our sponsors, Gameforge, InnoGames, and Kickstarter. Your continued support means the world to us. And you can also see them here and over there. And also thank you to Colibri Games, to Nitrado, and Institut Français d'Allemagne for helping make this event happen today. And there are many people behind the scenes, and I'd like to also thank Factory C and especially Tom for helping with speaker management, and whenever something was on fire, he helped put it out. And thank you for having my back. And thank you, Institut Français Berlin and Luc, for having us here, for hosting our event here. We feel very welcome, we feel safe, and thank you for this. And a personal thank you to Pierre Jerome, who is honestly the best event technician you could ask for. You have always a smile on your face. I said it last year as well. Thank you so much. You're amazing. And also thank you to Brasserie Le Paris for preparing the amazing food we will all enjoy together later today. He's also called Pierre. Thank you. And thank you, Stefanie Langer, for moderating this event today. I'm so grateful. This is your third year, and you feel like family. And also thank you to our wonderful volunteers. They will make sure everything runs smoothly today. Thank you for that, for everything running behind the scenes. And thank you to our speakers who are sharing their knowledge, expertise, challenges, and ideas with all of us today. And thank you, Ruth Lemmen, who is always just one phone call away whenever a new session idea appears or things become complicated. You're always there for me. Thank you. And also, I want to thank my mom because because she always has my back. She always has my back and supported me. And throughout the last couple of weeks, it was really stressful organizing an event. So yeah, it's worth mentioning my mom. Yeah, give applause. Thank you. Honestly, I couldn't probably spend the entire morning thanking people who made this special event happening, who helped put this all together. But most importantly, thanks all to you. You are here, you make this event also possible. Without any attendees, there's no event. And thank you for being here. Thank you for believing that community matters. And thank you for creating spaces where people can learn from one another, support one another, and grow together. You are the reason Womenize exists. And today is all about connecting. It's about learning. It's about sharing experiences. It's about meeting new people, exchanging ideas, and maybe even creating something new together. And so please talk to people you don't know yet. I know it's hard, but try. And ask questions, share your experiences, and be curious, support each other, and most importantly, enjoy the day. Welcome to Womenize.
Thank you, Madeleine. Also from my side, a warm welcome to Womenize 2026, and thank you very much to all of you for being with us today. I will start with a question. Where do we stand now in 2026? What happened within the past 12 months? Stats show that across the industry, women make up around 50% of the players, but only 25% of the workforce. That drops further to around 16% of women in leadership, closer to 10% at the most senior levels, and just 2 to 5% of investment goes to women-led studios. In the UK, for example, only about 6.6% of gaming companies are led by all-women teams, while nearly 77% of the studios have all-male leadership. Stats for other marginalized groups I have not at hand, and this is not out of ignorance, but because they simply do not exist, which I think is speaking for itself. The conclusion is sadly the following. Besides all the engagement that has been done to foster DIE, diversity, equity, and inclusion across the games industry, the numbers we see are still relatively the same over the past years. No significant changes for the better can be witnessed. The numbers seem to be carved in stone. How can that be, and why is that? Is systemic change not happening that easily? Are we going backwards? Is there a backlash? I think it's a little bit of all of those questions is true. In 2025, the fostering of DEI in the US dropped down, while 20% of the companies fully renounced on their measures for DEI. Many others felt forced to reframe their goals and their specific guidelines for those measures. All that happened out of political reasons. With the Trump presidency, DEI and all measures connected to it have been put on the blacklist. They are not any longer supported, and even worse, a lot of words have been banned in official papers, words like e.g. women, female, LGBTQ+, immigrants, people of color, minority, marginalized groups, diversity, allyship, to advocate, anti-racism, climate crisis, disability, etc. I could go on. The whole list encompasses more than 200 words. I saw a report in the German TV in the middle of past year featuring a gynecologist who was asking herself how she still could describe the essence of her work on her webpage with all the words she normally uses being banned. In Europe, we are facing similar tendencies, especially with companies that have strong ties with the US. For other companies in Europe, the wind for change in regard to the DEI policies that is coming from the US is serving as a pretext to renounce on those measures. But there is still also that group of very few companies, and this group is giving me hope, that are pushing DEI even more strongly, and that against all odds. Another point, Last but surely not least, a very important point, overall, across the industry, layoffs are still and have been for the past years on a very high level. The same goes for the number of studios closing down. In an environment like that, in the job market, marginalized groups are the ones that are the most and the easiest impacted. This is always the case. We know this from the pandemic also. But I would like to bring it to a positive note now. Where there is shadow, there is also light. During the past year, and thanks to Womenize and all the panels and workshops Madeleine planned and set up and that we were doing together, I did learn quite a lot of very uplifting and positive things that I would like to share with you. First of all, I learned that networking is always crucial, but especially in these times now when the going gets tough. Secondly, I learned that community matters and can make a huge difference. For me, it is the community that gives me the feeling that I'm not alone on my own, fighting for or engaging with a goal, and that some things simply are not right, even if others want to convince us of the contrary. Communities really have the power to initiate and foster change. I also learned, that is the third thing, that the imposter syndrome is not existing, but that this is a pattern and a tool used by the privileged to pathologize marginalized groups and to keep them down. I am grateful that our FemDev friends Leonie Wolf, Casilda de Zulueta and Isabella Spitznagel offered to do a workshop on that topic that you can attend later. I think it's already sold out. So thank you for making that happen. That is really great. And I am very happy and relieved that I do not have to worry and struggle with my own imposter syndrome anymore, because I learned it's not existing. Womenize was always meant to be a game changer. We wanted to challenge the status quo of the industry and change perspectives, put established structures into question and shape new ones. I'm still convinced that a platform and community like ours can offer that space for change and is doing so in a successful and sustainable manner. But systemic change obviously needs time and persistence and a strong community. For the moment at least, Womenize has come to stay. It seems that the community is needed more than ever. I would like to thank my co-founder and partner in crime, Michael Liebe. He's there at the very back with the hat, who is and has always been a powerful ally and supporter of diversity, equity, inclusion, and representation. He shaped and marked the Berlin community in its early days with the International Games Week Berlin. Ever since, Michael is an enabler and catalyst for young and emerging talent. The list of people that were empowered by Michael and have successfully established themselves in different roles in the games industry is in the meantime far too long to mention every single name. Thank you for that, Michael. That is really very much appreciated. You can even find some of them here today at Womenize as active participants, allies, guests, speakers, or workshop leaders. Or working with a funder also. I'm also extremely grateful that Madeleine is our head of Womenize since 2023. The fresh power, the energy, and the engagement Madeleine is bringing to the initiative and the community is outstanding. Thank you so much, Madeleine, for all your efforts. You are an inspiration and a role model, not only for myself, but for the whole community. You are a community builder and forger. I feel very, very much privileged, inspired, and I'm proud to be able to work with you. And I miss Janis today. This is her son, and for years I used to meet him in our video calls always. Last but not least, I would love to thank all our allies, funders, sponsors, supporters, volunteers, and you all for being here today. Thank you. We could and would not be here without you. I wish you all an inspiring, engaging, and powerful Womenize 2026. Maybe Lissandra, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you. Voilà. speaking. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madeleine and Ruth. Thank you for having us for the third year in a row. I'm here both as a fan, personally, and officially on behalf of the French Institute Germany to say, I will be very brief, to say our support to your beautiful initiative. I must sadly confirm that the numbers you just quoted are unhappily true for us too. We are in France, around 50% of gamers are women, and only around 25% are composing the teams, and in the leading position it's even far less. So we share the same struggle, the same challenges. That's why the French Institute is organizing a certain number of programs in this direction. You were part with us of the program, of the mentorship program Women Making Games in the past 2 years, a mentorship program meant for ladies or for women in leading positions for indie studios who had taken part to several events in Germany. We are organizing together networking events such as Female Executive Breakfast. We did that for 2 years in a row, hoping to continue. In these times, as you said, of backlash, of erosion of rights for minorities, for diversity, we very strongly want to show you our commitment on your side. So I was here also last year. I saw with my own eyes this wonderful Womenize event, which is very powerful, inspiring, because it is, as you say, one of those not so many opportunities to share with other women their challenges, and the networking here is really efficient. And I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope that we will be able to be on your side again next year, more importantly than this year, I hope, and wish you all the luck.
Well, I think I will keep it rather short, but I'm super glad to be here and to be able to say thank you on behalf of the Mailing Board, on behalf of Amanda, who can't be here because she's out of the office this week, but it gives me the opportunity to say a few words, because I have a bit of a personal connection to this event, as Ruth kind of teased already, because I think it's almost 10 years now, or 9 years, I don't even know, might be 10. So that was one of the very first formats I got to work on when I joined the games industry. Thank you, Michael, again for that. It's amazing to see that it's still around, and not just around, it's going very strong. And yeah, I mean, we just heard the numbers, right? It's a community we need, it's a space we need. So I'm very glad to be here, to be able, as part of Mailing Board, to support this event. And I wish us all a great day. Enjoy the talks, enjoy the workshops. Happy to talk with everyone today. I'm really looking forward to that. And excited to see what you have in store for us. Thank you.